Hello, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. It is I. Oh, need to get out of that. Ooh. I was listening to myself streaming and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be annoying after a few minutes. Alright. But yeah, okay, so now we have that fixed. Sorry about that, everyone. Welcome. I know it's just been a week, but for Twitch, that's a while. So how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing okay. Um, yeah, what's a good update? I swear, I'm so scatterbrained. Alright, first of all, I know I talked about Baldur's Gate 3 last week and probably the week before. But just as an update for that, I have finally hit Act 3. 120-ish hours in, and I have finally hit Act 3. And I am a little intimidated because I have heard that Act 3 has the same amount of content as Act 2 and Act 1 combined. And so that means this game is going to be minimum like 260 hours for me. And that's a lot of time, especially when I'm already like really excited for an idea of playing a Dark Urge playthrough. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do another 260 hours. We might skip quite a bit of the content if we do another round of playthrough. Like, we'll do all the side quests and whatnot, but I won't be like hunting for every single item on the map the second time around. Um, I was right in the middle of texting one of my friends, so just going to tell them that I'm currently streaming so they don't feel like I just abandoned them. Alright, but yeah, so very intimidated, but really excited to play a Dark Urge playthrough, but probably not going to pick up every single thing that exists in the game. Alright, so currently, if you're watching this at the time of this stream, they are having a double relic drop event. And so make sure you get those when you can. And then the virtual scent venture is still ongoing, and it's just like a battle simulator kind of thing. As you can see, I've done most all of it. I didn't really have any interest in doing despair mode just because it literally only gives you credits, which credits are good. I'm always out of money in this game when I'm updating my characters, so I might actually do this later. But as you can see, I've got the whole like basic done. Critter Picker will also be coming, or Critter Pick will be coming to an end soon, but it does have the little bookmark, which means that it is going to be a permanent event. It's just the limited time event rewards will be disappearing soon. And then Dr. Ratio and Kafka are currently who are in banners. You will be getting Dr. Ratio for free in the mail if... I don't know when that expires. I think it's all of this month, like since this update dropped. So make sure you pick him up when you have the time before he disappears. And let's see. I am trying to currently get his 5-star light cone. I currently have Don Hung's light cone all the way ascended, and I've started on its second one. I think this one has it up to 2, and then Locha's is up to 2. I would really like to get more of Locha's because I currently don't have Locha's light cone, so this is what he's running under. So I would love to get more of these to get it fully ascended. And then on the weapon banner, I'm at 44 pity. So let's do a 10 pull. This will put us at 54. But it's not going to give us a 5-star, but that's okay. Blade was really good to us on the last banner. Really nice. Coming home early. But we do hope for a Locha. A Locha would be nice. Thank you so much, Locha. You heard my pleas. That'll get us up to, I think, like, superimposed 3 with him. Superimpose 4, I mean. If we get him one more time, I'll have that light cone fully maxed out, which is great for my Locha. Okay, and then we do have one more pull, so this will put us at 64. So we're getting close to when a 5-star will most likely spawn. Not in this time, though. Probably in the next 10 pull, then. Would love one more Locha light cone. One more Hello, Pela. Who I already have E6'd. I swear I get her the most. Don Hung, hello. Usually I'm normally very excited to see my my husband, but not at that particular moment. And then do I have... I do not. Okay. Let's go to our bag real quick and get that light cone superimposed. Where's my Locha? Oh no, this will get us up to 5. Perfect. And then we just are working on a second Don Hung card, which I don't know what I would use. I really wish we could like salvage... Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. I really wish we could salvage larger light cones for like higher grade materials or something. But no, you just keep building on them. Alright, and as you can see, I have been... This is pretty much what I've been working on, is getting these light cones leveled up. As you can see, I just have these two to get up to 80 in the 5-star light cones. Because for a while I just had this one at like 60 because I never use Preservation Trailblazer. And then when it comes to the week, I have been really bad about not doing Simulated Universe, but I will get that done today because I also need to since it expires in 14 hours. But we did get this. I have been just grinding this bug, and he is annoying to fight, let me tell you. The rest of these guys, pretty easy now for my teams, but this bug is just a nightmare. And then we've done a few of the Memory of Chaos, not a ton. As you can see, we only have like 4 stars currently. But yeah, so that's the update. Let's see. So we have companion missions, and we intend to work on, I think this is Jiuliu's companion mission, but I believe, let me just check the areas, that it won't be on this area, but I'm just looking around. There's also a companion mission for Lynx now, and I do not, it didn't just like automatically spawn, because I've had one companion mission where I just like had to find it randomly. I swear these sometimes just pop up randomly. Lynx is here, and she's usually out in the snow plains. Because this is Lynx's shop right here. Anyway. Oh, we have some achievements. Inflict quantum weakness break 100 times. In Simulated Universe, 1 blessing of erudition, and collect gold and gears Eon Secret beginning. And also, because I've been leveling up characters, I have been running out of materials a lot as well. So definitely have to get that done. Okay, so here's the Veritas ratio one. So it's for another 100 days. So I think it was like the beginning of the thing plus, I guess, 100, like beginning of this update. So he is gonna be here for quite a bit. You still have like 3 and some change months left until he disappears. But make sure you do get him because it would suck to miss him when he's free. And then just have to start over for that. And I don't have any text messages from Link. That's what I was trying to find. Links. But we'll find that companion quest once we get through the 2 that I already have. Because I have Jiuliu and oh, hi Don Hung. Found him. And then I think this one is the Knights, which will be fun.
Welcome back. Ah, yes. I intend to participate in the efforts as well.
I like how it's like pass the letter to Don Hung. Don Hung is right here, but I guess that doesn't count.
Have you ever heard of a Washtopia? It's a place where space vehicles can stop to rest. There are plenty of them throughout the universe. They're close enough together that you can travel between them without even activating a warp device. That's what Pom-Pom used to think, but it's not that simple. Washtopias only clean the exterior of the train, and they do a great job too. However, the seats, rooms, windows, all the nooks and crannies inside the Express, we have to do those ourselves. Since you only just got back, why not take a little rest and chat with the crew? Once you're ready, come find Pom-Pom and we'll prepare to depart. Okay, I'll be...
Okay, so this is the stuff for the other one.
Hey! Thanks for the invite. I'm so excited! This view isn't something you see every day. So, you guys travel across the galaxy and journey through space like this every day? Oh, that's so cool. No wonder everyone on the Express is so knowledgeable.
Everyone but me. I'm the himbo.
Huh? Not like you to be modest. I've yet to experience it myself. But no one in their right mind would turn down a chance to journey through space. Boarding the Express is just one small step. I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to travel the depths of the universe. After all, I did promise Branya and Nat that I'd continue to protect the underworld and help rebuild Belobog. Still, I bet there's still a chance for kids like Hook and Clara, right? Who knows? Maybe they'll be able to represent Belobog as it returns to the arms of the universe.
Don Hung, you have suspicious mail.
What is it? Do you need something?
You have suspicious mail.
There's no signature. And it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them. Thanks, but I don't even know where to start. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care.
The appearance of this letter makes you feel uneasy. You evoke the cloud hymn, and a droplet of water condenses from the air and soaks into the letter. The handwriting disappears, and another line of writing blurs due to the water stain. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Just as I thought.
Okay.
there was more than met the eye. Letting him leave first was a wise choice. I can't put him in danger again because of this.
Boo, that's not how it works. You'll put them more in danger because you're not, like, telling them about the danger that exists because they care about you, and so once you're in danger, they're gonna be coming after you so that they can try and help you. And so they'll be in more danger for not knowing what's going on in the situation, but alright.
But if he didn't send the letter, then who did?
I like the clarification that they're like, just in case you don't know, the he's referring to is Blade.
Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight. I need to ask Jiuliu about the Stellaron hunters.
Team must include, well, I do not have her, so she'll have to come in that way. My boy. Locha.
An enemy worthy of your attention is a formidable enemy.
And then we'll throw Donhung, who is underleveled. But it's fine. For plot. Hopefully the rest of the team can keep him alive.
After all this time away from Alafu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring.
That's not good.
Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought Jiuliu would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
I think I've been told that this is Monarch. I think that the voice actor who does her is Monarch. That's cool.
Huh?
Donhung showing up at an inopportune time. Sup?
I've got my work cut out for me today.
Yanqing's just like, ugh, more trouble.
Well, if it isn't Donhung.
Don't take the sassy tone with me.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100-year salary if they like.
That won't be necessary. The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I should be apologizing for any damage I caused myself.
You came at a bad time. The General is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Donhung, do you recognize the person on the steps?
No. If the general isn't available, I'll come back another day.
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jiuliu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Lafu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the General's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazin, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend.
Yeah, and legends are often over-exaggerated.
However, Those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jiuliu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in.
Locha? Suspect disguised as a traveling merchant? Locha?
Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jingyuan actually agreed.
I say that like I literally, it's been so long, I forgot the entire cutscene of Locha appearing in the water prison and her barging in after him. Fully forgot about it.
Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jiuliu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Jingzu suddenly stops talking. Like her, you perceive a chill setting in the air around you.
Imbibitor Lunae, you're here. Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me? Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Dan Heng.
Everybody is very on edge, but sure.
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the shackling prison. I thought Imbibitor Lunae had been wiped from this world, but then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
Do we know each other?
The answer to that is both yes and no. However, your cold and indifferent tone is identical to the person I knew back then. If my guess is correct, the preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibitor Lunae's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth, and turned you into what you are now.
So, you also wish to restore the High Elder succession, just like the preceptors.
I have no intention of meddling in such things. That is the business of the Videodora. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago. Jingyuan has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
In the meantime,
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes? I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Law Fu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Law Fu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone?
Yes, because I have long forgotten. I vaguely remember that in Locha's, like, companion mission, we were playing some stupid, like, detective novel, trying to figure out what this man was doing, and it turns out he just saved, like, the comedy duo after they fell into, like, a street sewer, like, very vague.
Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
I want to know the tongue twister of a name.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the highcloud quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the General. The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the highcloud quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jiuliu.
Meanwhile, in the Seat of Divine Foresight,
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist.
He's like, that's not what I meant.
Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Hung, the Foxian pilot?
Bai Hung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
The name is unfamiliar to you and elicits no feelings. However, a voice inexplicably rings in your
Let
ears.
the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I think she was one of Imbibitor Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibitor Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us.
Also with the fact that I'm just gonna ignore any fights that I don't have to do.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. I remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Hey, I don't read much, but the General forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff. The author's name was Bai Hung.
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few starskiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Starskiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions.
Walking danger flag, I see.
However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide.
Until the one time she didn't?
Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Starskiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Before long, Starskip assembly line started to operate.
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated. The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Thank you, young man.
See? The Starskiff is complete.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Baihung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her. In Bibiter Lune, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
I can't remember anything.
Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Baihung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in Bibiter Lune. You couldn't accept that Baihung was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone. There is no need to respond, Imbibiter Lune. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this starskiff.
This will strengthen our position.
Baihung, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky. Let's go. The artisanship commission is next. Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
I'm so sorry about if you can hear our dog Monty just absolutely having a meltdown.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Cienjo's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
The eye change.
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you?
Do I have to fight it? I was quite happy to sneak around. Oh. It glitched back to where it was supposed to be.
Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like...
Like you never forgot.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
I can't tell if this is an effect of the quest or if my game is like freaking out a lot.
The dead return!
I feel like this must be my game freaking out, making this like static effect.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Don't get anxious, Imbibiter Lune. We have all the time in the world.
That effect is both funny and annoying.
Something's not right. Don't think about running.
This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibiter Lune, do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
That is such a weird effect.
A will forged in ice. Never
Are you
falters.
also getting that weird, like, static noise effect? Or is it just me that's hearing it?
The dead return!
Because it could also be my headphones.
Blade of moonlight.
I can't wait. Like, I need them to be quiet so I can check. Where's my fan? Oh my goodness. For you all, you're also getting, like, my voice is also super staticky. Interesting. So it's not the game then, it's something with my computer.
Will forged in ice. Never
I
falters.
wonder what could cause that.
A miracle. Is that all? The sanctuary is but a vision. Break! Immortality means forever.
Blade of moonlight. In lunar flame.
A will forged in ice. Never falters. Immortality.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything.
I mean, if it's true, it's not really insisting. I'm trying to, like, figure out if I can fix this audio issue. Okay, I'll need to update it, so I'll have to do that in a bit.
But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunay's.
I feel like you all just... They're all like, well, you can't run from the fact that you happen to be Imbibitor Lunay in your last life, and, like, you are Imbibitor Lunay, and I'm like, it's more like you want him to be Imbibitor Lunay, and you're ignoring, like, the entire culture of the Vidyara, because they have specifically stated that, like, yeah, there might be some bleed over, and they're very, like, similar people, almost like clones, but clones are not the same person. They are still a separate entity.
Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
The name of the person flutters at the edge of your thoughts like a leaf in the wind, but it remains elusive and unclear.
I'd rather leave this world in a blaze than live until the end of time.
I will let all of the Xianzhou know that a brief moment of my life is worth more than their long and meaningless lives.
Yingxing.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training.
Okay, we're gonna fix this audio. Give me one moment, or at least we're gonna try, because this is starting to bother me. Okay, let's see if that helped at all.
When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder.
Okay, it fixed it a little bit. It's not nearly as much static.
At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
He transformed into a long-life species?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibitor Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
So this companion mission is mostly just, meanwhile, in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall, Scale Gorge Waterscape, is a lot of, this is the backstory of the Cloud Quintet.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
In the meantime, oh, bye, Lou.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Hello, Bailu.
Dunhung, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. But who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucence worms so I can take a closer look.
Bailu is taking someone's pulse.
Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she...
There's no cure.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
I have no idea.
Today's her last day on the Luofu.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. I won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Dunhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
Alright, it looks like we're gonna... Let's pause and save, because... that, like, jumping audio is just starting to get really annoying, and I'm sure you all don't want to listen to it either. Alright, so for now, until I get that audio issue fixed, let's put this on pause. I'm gonna probably, it's been an hour anyway, so I would have finished this up and then gone on with it, but that audio issue, we just can't keep going like this. So I'm gonna see what I can get fixed with my computer to get that to stop. I'll see you all next week. I don't think we have the new... Okay, yeah, the new update isn't next Sunday, but like a little bit after that. So we will finish up this event and probably do the Knights event, and then if we have any time, we'll work on Lynx's companion mission, try to finally get back up to date with all of them. But most likely we'll just finish Jiuliu's and do the Knights. And I will see if I can get that audio issue fixed. But thank you so much for watching. So sorry that the audio just went fritzy like midway through the stream. And I hope you all have a lovely rest of your week. Bye!